Welcome to the Mundus Fractura Lore Guide. This week on Lore Guide, we continue our more focused view of the world by traveling a little south of the Crinkle Ranch to the Chiniki Tavern. Established in the year 454 of the Common Era by Juanita Chiniki, a human shaman. The tavern was established as a home for the Chiniki family, but swiftly became a rest point for travelers heading west to the Lake Coast, southwest to the Sanford Plains, north to the city of Crossroads, east to the city of Residuum, and trade south with the looped Fortons. Juanita and her family were noted healers and stewards of nature. Behind the front desk of the tavern, a living wood mural depicts the founding of the site. The story goes that Juanita and her family had set out from Residuum along the long western path to the lakeshore to find a home. The ancestral spirits of the Chiniki prophesied that Juanita would lead her family to a home that would stand strong for 1,000 eras. On the very first night of their journey, the well-stocked family caravan came to the site of the future inn and tavern. That evening, as the family rested on the great open plains under the light of the lumi, it is said that the ground beneath the caravan began to glow with a faint blue light. From this light, the ancestral spirits of the Chiniki rose, took corporeal form, and woke the family from their slumber. In a chorus of voices, they told the family that their short journey was already at an end, that this was the spot for which they seeked. Side note: yes, it was really that simple. Not all quests are difficult. From time to time, things really are easier than one would expect. But I digress. Allow me to continue. The next morning, the grossly overprepared Chiniki family began the construction of their new home, dismantling their wagons and building the core of what would someday be the modern Chiniki Tavern. Even in the earliest days, the site had many visitors, and as the family was well stocked with all manner of provisions, they offered aid to those who required it. The site quickly developed into the beloved hub it is today. Today, in the year 1076 of the Common Era, this venerable site celebrates its 622nd year of operation. The inn, a long-standing beacon of hospitality, offers 35 rooms, while the stables and livery, complete with an on-site blacksmith, can accommodate up to 100 animals of nearly every shape and size. The tavern itself can host up to 200 patrons, with additional seating in the side garden for larger gatherings. In the front courtyard, a bustling postboard overflows with requests for assistance, advertisements, and personal notices. The surrounding community of farms and ranches relies on the tavern as a central hub, using it not only for mail services and trade, but also as a social center for farmers' markets, festivals, and major events like weddings and funerals. Though no longer on the primary route between Deep Isla and the city of Residuum, the tavern remains connected to the broader alliance by a spur of the Rapid Alliance transport network, linking it now directly to the city of Sanford and the grand city of Residuum. Though the tavern is no longer inhabited by the Chiniki family, they still live on, in spirit, protecting their ancient home. The travelers, tavern patrons, and all others who respect and cherish the site. Woe to those who would do harm to the building, lands, any who raise a glass or rest their weary eyes at the Chiniki. There are many a recorded strange occurrence of the Chiniki spirits intervening from beyond the grave. It is said that unattended fires will seemingly snuff themselves. Weapons or fists raised in anger become heavy, and any harm inflicted on patron or property will return to the dealer tenfold. If you are ever nearby, weary from the road, and see the warm evening glow of the Chiniki Tavern, don't make camp, treat yourself, and spend a night. That is all. for this time. I hope you have enjoyed this episode. Stay tuned for future Lore Guide shorts, and thank you for listening. Goodbye for now.